Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers tease that Dr. John Finnegan will have mixed emotions when Luna Nozawa succumbs to her injuries. He will blame his wife, Steffi Forrester, for not accepting her into the family. Steffi won't have any guilt or feel badly for how it turns out. Her position remains that Luna created this mess herself. She was dangerous and had to be kept away from their family. Finn won't agree. He thinks Steffi created this situation by banning her from his life. All Luna wanted was a family that loved her. He begins to believe that his love and acceptance could have saved her. The bold and the beautiful spoilers state that Finn will have a hard time dealing with Luna's death. It wasn't that long ago that he discovered she was his daughter. He wanted to be involved in her life, but Luna's behavior with Steffi made that nearly impossible. Finn realizes had he known she was his daughter years ago, he could have changed her life. She wasn't always deranged, but after years of neglect from her mother Penelope Nozawa, it created a monster. The handsome doctor believes that Steffi's persistent opposition to him maintaining a relationship with Luna sent his daughter over the edge. He doesn't want to blame Steffi for Luna's death, but deep down he holds her partially responsible. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that Sheila Carter will back up Steffi, insisting Luna was not mentally well. Sheila will tell her son that if Liam Spencer hadn't arrived to the beach house, Steffi would have died. Finn understands the situation was dire and Steffi did nothing wrong. However, he cannot stop obsessing about Luna's childhood. He believes if Poppy would have told him sooner, he could have changed her life. Sheila urges her son to stop thinking about Luna's childhood. He cannot change the past. Luna was a sick young adult. She had one motive, and that was to remove Steffi from the equation. Luna was going to kill Steffi, so Finn could maintain a relationship with her. Even though Finn knows Steffi did nothing wrong, he cannot shake the feeling that her insistence about keeping Luna out of their lives caused this whole mess. Now, Liam is fighting for his life, and his daughter's life was cut short. Steffi will try to understand Finn's feelings. She knows it is complicated for him. However, she won't feel regret things turned out like they did. Her family is finally safe from Luna, and that's all that matters to her. The sun rose slowly over Los Angeles, casting a golden glow over the Forrester estate. But inside the cliffside mansion, warmth was a foreign concept. The air was cold, heavy, and thick with grief. Dr. John Finnegan sat alone in the living room, eyes hollow, knuckles white as they gripped a framed photo of Luna, his daughter. His beautiful, intelligent, kind-hearted daughter, gone too soon. Luna's death had shaken the very foundation of Finn's world. It wasn't just a loss. It was a fracture deep in his soul. He had only just begun to build a relationship with her. The excitement of discovering he had a daughter had been quickly shadowed by the tension it created in his marriage with Steffi. And now, she was gone. The accident had been sudden. A hit and run near the beach. Luna had been out late, taking a walk to clear her mind after yet another difficult conversation with Steffi. The two had never quite seen eye to eye. Despite Luna's efforts to be kind, respectful, and understanding, Steffi had remained distant, cold even. She's a reminder, Steffi had said once in hushed tones, of a life you didn't even know you had. How can I welcome someone into our family when I don't even know who she really is? Now, that someone was gone, and Finn couldn't stop the storm brewing inside him. Steffi, Finn said, his voice flat and trembling as she entered the room. She paused, holding their son Hayes in her arms, the toddler babbling softly. She knew that tone. She'd heard it once before, when Sheila had shot her. But this wasn't fear or pain. This was blame. She's gone, he continued, and you never even gave her a chance. Steffi's face paled. She sat Hayes down and walked slowly toward him. Finn, I'm sorry. I didn't want this. I didn't. You didn't want her, Steffi. Let's not rewrite history. His words were sharp. each syllable slicing through the already fragile air between them. I didn't trust her mother, Steffi said defensively. Poppy kept secrets. You can't expect me to open our home to someone when there were so many unanswered questions about how she came into this world. That someone was my daughter. Finn stood now, towering over her. His usual calm demeanor was replaced by something unfamiliar, grief fused with fury. She wanted so badly to be accepted. She wanted your approval. She kept trying, even when you looked at her like she didn't belong. Steffi blinked back tears. I never wanted to push her away, but you did, Finn said bitterly. You never saw her the way I did. You never tried. There was a long silence. I loved her, Finn whispered finally, his voice breaking. And now all I have left is guilt. Guilt that I didn't fight harder for her. Guilt that I didn't protect her. Guilt that I didn't stop her from going out that night. He sank back onto the couch, burying his face in his hands. Steffi stood still, her heart aching. She wanted to reach out, to comfort him, but she knew that the distance between them was no longer just emotional. It was spiritual, almost cosmic. Over the next few days, the household became a minefield of sorrow and silence. Hayes didn't understand what was happening, only that Dada was quiet and Mama cried a lot. Finn buried himself in work, in autopsy reports and trauma cases. But no patient could distract him from the phantom echoes of Luna's laughter. No medical chart could erase the last voicemail she left him. I know I'll never be your perfect daughter, but I want you to know I'm trying to be someone you can be proud of. I love you, Dad. He played it over and over. Poppy came to town for the funeral, her face drained, her eyes red. She blamed herself, too. I should have told you sooner. About Luna. About everything. Finn didn't answer. There were too many what-ifs and not enough truths. But as the days passed, his anger began to settle, not because it vanished, but because it calcified. He wasn't just grieving a death. He was mourning a future denied, a future where Luna might have had a place at the table, a family, acceptance. And the more he thought about it, the more he found himself pulling away from Steffi. One evening, Finn packed a small bag. Steffi found him in the hallway, slinging a duffel over his shoulder. Where are you going? She asked, voice trembling. I need space, he replied. You're leaving? I can't breathe here, Steffi. Every room reminds me of what we lost, of what we never had because you couldn't find it in yourself to open your heart to her. I didn't mean to. I know. But intention doesn't undo damage. He paused at the door. I don't know if we can come back from this, he said softly. I don't know if I can. Then he was gone. In the weeks that followed, Steffi clung to memories, to hope, to her children. She tried to rationalize her choices, to tell herself she was only protecting her family. But deep inside, a quiet voice whispered, maybe Luna only wanted to be loved. Maybe that could have made all the difference. Meanwhile, Finn found refuge at a small beach house he'd once used during his residency. Every sunset reminded him of Luna's love for the ocean, for life, for music. He began attending a grief support group where he finally said the words that had been haunting him. She died thinking she didn't belong. And just like that, the dam broke. Tears. Shaking. Release. But in the silence that followed, something else emerged. Determination. He couldn't bring Luna back, but he could fight for her memory. He could make sure her death wasn't another forgotten tragedy. He could start a foundation in her name, help other young women who felt like outsiders, give meaning to her life, even in death. Back at the Forrester estate, Steffi watched Hayes color in the kitchen while Kelly practiced ballet in the living room. Life moved on, but part of her didn't. She often stared at a framed photo Finn had left behind, him and Luna at the beach, both laughing, hair tangled in the wind. And for the first time, Steffi whispered aloud, I'm sorry, Luna. I should have tried harder. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.